Hey everybody, what's happening? So I want to talk to you today about the biggest mistakes that I made when I started van dwelling. Not that I believe in mistakes, because I don't. I think that everything is an opportunity to learn something. And if you're able to learn something, then it wasn't a mistake, it was a lesson. So I'm just going to dig into this real quick. So the first one was, and everybody talks about this, whether they're traveling in any way, is taking too much stuff. I definitely took way too much stuff. I can't even begin to explain how many things I had and still have that I still haven't gotten rid of, that I just don't need or didn't need or never used. We really don't need much to survive. It's really food, water, clothes, and shelter. That's basically it. The rest is just toys. And I kind of found that if I don't use something more than, say, I don't know, maybe once a week or so, then there's no use having it. Or if I have to have something that I only use like once a month or less, it better be a multi-purpose thing. So that was probably the biggest one. The second one is not installing a battery isolator. When I started out, I had the 100-watt solar panel on the roof and my 93 amp hour battery, the auxiliary battery. And when it's sunny and when I'm parked out in the sun, the solar panel is great during the day. But sometimes it just doesn't cut it, especially when it's really hot out and I have to park under trees, because otherwise it's wicked hot inside the van. That's the biggest time. But also some days it's just really overcast and raining all day, and it just doesn't charge the battery enough. And sometimes my most busy time to do stuff is at night, so I need lights on and fans on. I need fans running all night when it's hot, and to charge my laptop so the battery doesn't get too low, and stuff like that. And in those cases, it's really, really nice to be able to just start my engine and just let it run for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, or even better, drive around the block once or twice and charge my battery up, at least enough to get it through the whole night, if not all the way. So I would have been much better off if I had gotten the battery isolator, even by itself without the solar panel. But I definitely like having both, especially for being parked for a few days at a time and not having to drive. That comes really in handy when I'm camping. So the next one is going too fast. I went straight from Portland, Oregon to Nashville in I think 8 days or 7 days. It was just all driving. And that whole time I was driving these beautiful country roads through Wyoming and Colorado and Idaho and even Nebraska. Nebraska I just blasted through, because that was just really like a straight stretch with fields and like rolling hills, but it was really hot too. But man, Wyoming and Colorado, I wish I would have spent more time there, because they were so beautiful. But I was so eager to just get on the road and get as far away from home and as close to the unknown as I could get. So I just really rushed it. But I wish that I had just started really slow and just really taken my time. So that's kind of what I do now. I do like slabbing it. I do like driving for, I guess I shouldn't say slabbing it, because I guess like 5 hours driving in a day is kind of my limit. After that, I kind of get kind of fatigued. So it's not good to drive that long. But I love driving, and I do like driving every day. If I could just drive like an hour to 3 hours every day, that would be perfect. But that's still pretty slow. But I have found that my time when I stop somewhere for even a couple weeks, but especially like a month or two, I really get to actually take in the culture and really learn what it's really about. The surface of new places is just like nothing. And to be able to get really deep and understand like the locals and understand how things work in that area and really figure out the culture, that's a whole new level of awesome. So going slow is huge. I really wish I had done that. The next one is not documenting more. When I started, I had the YouTube channel. I made one video between Nashville and Portland, and I don't think I made any while I was in Nashville. And I didn't really start making them until I got all the way up to Salem. And even then, they were pretty sporadic in the beginning. I really wish that I had started filming every day since day one of the van trip. And even before, while I was building the van, it would have been awesome to have that extra build series of when I first built the inside of this thing. But that was a huge one, and that also would have built my channel as I went, and I would be much bigger than I am now. So that's something I wish I had done. But also the website. I still don't spend as much time on that thing as I feel like I probably should, but I've just had so much to figure out that it's like adding the additional thing. But anyway, it would have been cool to start that at the same time and start writing on that, even if it's just like the once a month when big things happen, when I go to big places and I take a lot of cool pictures and I want them to share them like I do now. It would have been really cool to do that and take lots of pictures. There's so many places I went that I never took any pictures or video, and it's like, man, I wish I would have had that so I could share it with people and even like reignite those memories within myself, because I've just been so many places in the last, I don't even know how long I've been on the road now, I think 7 or 8 months, that, you know, they're just so far back in my memory, I might not ever remember most of them. And if I had pictures, I could just go through pictures and be like, oh yeah, that one time I did that. That was awesome. That thing happened. You know, stuff like that. So pictures were huge. And that brings me to my next one, is I wish I had invested in a quality camera like I have now when I first started. When I first started, I just had my little Drift HD, and it doesn't take very good video, and it doesn't take very good audio either. Well, I say that, but like 20 years ago, these types of things didn't even exist. So by those standards, this is absolutely incredible. I mean, really, this is incredible, but it's not as good as my DSLR that I have now, the Nikon, and it doesn't take very good stills. There's no adjustability at all, except for like frame rate and the point of view size. I'm not sure what you would call, I guess, point of view size. That's basically it. Yeah, so the next one is not buying a sticker for all my destinations. Man, I keep seeing all these vans with like, and RVs with all these stickers of all these badass places they've been, and I'm like, man, that is so cool, I should do that. And I kept saying that to myself, man, that's so cool, I should do that. Man, that's so cool, I should do that. And I never did it. I got my first sticker in Key West just a couple weeks ago, and from now on, I'm gonna be picking up a sticker everywhere I go, at least all the major destinations. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool to have that, but it would have been really cool if I would have started doing that, but that's okay, because now I have a chance to go back to all these awesome places and get stickers. So it's all good. And the next one, that was it. That's all I wrote down. There's got to be another one. No, I think that's, is that it? Oh, no, I have one more. I have one huge one. I can't believe I didn't say this. Did I write it down? Yeah, I did write it down. I missed it. Okay, cool. Buying a fridge. My Dometic, my CF50 refrigerator. It's the most amazing thing, because I have spent so much money on produce, and you could only buy like amounts that like you have to like put in a fridge. You cannot eat like a whole bucket of lettuce or like a whole container of cheese or a whole thing of meat. So there's so much food I threw away, and so many times that I ate out and spent all this money on eating out, where if I had a fridge, I could have bought like, not even bulk, but like just a container of sandwich meat and cheese and lettuce, and that would have lasted me like a week. But instead, I ate out and spent like 20 times as much money on eating out all the time. So having this refrigerator, this Dometic thing that I have, it was $600, but it's completely changed my life, and I just really wish that, well, not like I wish, like I regret, but like it would have been really smart for me to invest in that thing, because it would have paid for itself a million times by now. And it hardly uses any power anyway, so it's like I totally should have just done that. But yeah, that's really it. Those are the things that, if I could go back in time, I would have done differently, and it would have made my van dwelling experience just that much better. But these are things I've learned, so I hope that they help you if you're interested in van dwelling, or if you're already a van dweller and you're reminiscing on all these things and thinking about all the things you wish you would have done differently, and that you could maybe help others do better. So please give me a like, and drop me a comment if you have any comments or questions, and subscribe. Live safe.